Hello everyone, Chess Twins here, and today we're going to be looking at a game played by Vladimir Fedoseev with the white pieces playing against Magnus Carlsen with the black pieces. In this position, white ended up losing, however white could have drawn in this position. So it is white to move and see if you can find a draw against Magnus Carlsen. Pause the video and see if you can find it yourself. So first off, in this position, white must do something about these two passed pawns, because soon white will push, and after white recaptures, this a pawn is further advanced than this h pawn. Therefore, white will have to tie down either his king or knight to this a pawn. Therefore, this is a position that white does not want to go into, because it would either result in a draw or a loss. So the correct move is to actually play knight b3. So the point of this move is that after a takes b3, white can actually maintain a fortress. White just has to play king d2, and now white will actually stay on d1 and c1, and black cannot make any progress in this position. For example, after king d4, all white has to do is shuffle back and forth on these two squares. And if the black king ever tries to infiltrate to try to win the b2 pawn, then now white is almost in stalemate. White cannot move anywhere because either the bishop, the king, or the pawns. Therefore, white will have to move the pawn, and if black just wants to ignore it to avoid a draw, black cannot ignore the h7 pawn because black will eventually be forced to take it, and this would be stalemate. So basically, black cannot make any progress. After king c1, king e2, if black tries bishop h5, allowing the king to go to b1. After king b1, bishop g6 check, and now the king only has to hide between the a1 and b1 squares, and this would also be a draw. White would only have to give up this h pawn, and this would result in stalemate. If black king would go to d2, then all white has to do is give up this pawn, and this would be stalemate. There's absolutely no way for black to win this b2 pawn, and the king just shuffles back and forth. So after knight b3, if the king tries going to c4, this would actually be a draw. And we would just have a repetition again. So king c4 does not accomplish anything. If white tries a3 instead, after b takes a3, all white has to do is bring his king over to stop the promotion of the black pawn. After king c4, all white has to do is play knight a5, and the king cannot enter and support the promotion of the a pawn. So after king b4, white can just keep on checking the king. And the king does not want to give up any of these two squares, otherwise white would be able to go to c3 and scoop up the a3 pawn. After knight c6 check, if black tries king b3, then all white has to do is go back to a5 and keep on checking the king. Once again, if the king goes back to b4 or a4, the same process repeats. So if black tries something like king a2, then all white has to do is play knight c4, and on the next move, white will sacrifice the knight for the a pawn, and this would be a draw since a king and bishop is not enough for checkmate. So instead, if king b3 were played instead, knight a5, and if king b2, then all white has to do is play knight c4 check, attacking the king and the pawn. And then the next move, all white has to do is sacrifice the knight for the a3 pawn. And once again, by the same logic, this would also be a draw. After king c5, all white would have to do is play king c3. And black's going to lose his pawn. This is also going to be a draw, because black cannot checkmate with just a king and a bishop. So after knight c6 check, the king goes to a4, giving up either of these c3 or b3. All the king has to do is move to c3. And now if black tries to push, then white can scoop up the a pawn easily. And in this position, black cannot make any progress at all. Any movement of the king will allow this king to scoop up the a3 pawn, and any movement of the bishop does not facilitate the advancement of this pawn. Therefore, this will result in a draw. Thank you for watching this video, and if you learned something, feel free to like this video, comment your thoughts, and subscribe. For now, I'll see you till the next video. By the way, Chess Twins has a new Twitch page. If you want to stay updated for upcoming live streams, follow us on Twitch.